Alright, let's do this thing. It's time. There is no undercard to today's fight. I wasn't going to roll out Jolene and Ray Ray. I wasn't going to put Ryan in Wichita in the octagon against Fabian. The fight card is the main event only. The only action that leads up to this fight is the action that has taken place over the past couple of weeks and brought us to this fight. Let me recap this for you. A quick recap before I bring out the fighters. We invited Chael Sonnen to the Smackoff for the same reason that we invite all the participants, on the strength of his smack. He had some immortal moments on this show. He's a pro athlete in the prime of his career. We offered him the invite. He accepted the invite. He crushed it. He got crowned. Chael had the strongest call that day. Mike had the funniest call that day. Chael took first, Mike took second, and some of you lost your minds and started asking me if the fix was in, accusing me of fixing the fight. So, instead of getting all bent out of shape and hitting you clones with wife-beating rhetorical devices, I brought Mike on the air, and he called out, quote, Chael.
Chael Sonnen. I'm not really sure what it is you do that qualifies you as an athlete. The first time I saw an MMA match, I thought it was a competition to see who could fart on the other guy's head first. But Chael, I have a proposition for you. Me and you, one-on-one, in the jungle. You pick the time and date, and it won't be on pay-per-view, so all your broke-ass kinfolk can tune in and listen to you get broke down like an old episode of Matlock. Because I have two theories on you, Chael. You're either a bitch or a hoe, and I think it's the former, because at least the hoe is getting laid and getting paid. I don't think you're getting either. Come strong, Chael Sonnen, cause your ass in a war.
Alright, so when I heard that, I said, look, I can make that happen. I can make that happen. If Chael wants to fight, I will make that happen. Problem is, Chael called about something else, and when I asked him about it, this is how he responded.
Then I heard Mike's challenge, and, unfortunately, Mike, the confines of the rules are already set. And 365 days from the day of the last Smackoff, we will do another one, and I will show up. But that's the best I can do for you. There's no special rules for us.
Right. Sort of disappointed me for a moment on one level, but I understood it, and I probably would have accepted it, and had it been me, I would have done the same thing. Except Chael doubled back only a few hours later on Twitter and said, you know what, I'm all in, let's do this. And then that's all I needed to hear. The second both these guys were in, all we needed then was a date. We picked Friday, June 22nd, today, a day that could long be remembered in the jungle. A quick reset of the rules. It's a 2-round fight. In round 1, Mike goes first, Chael goes second. In round 2, Chael goes first, Mike goes second, and he finishes, and then the fight goes to the cards, and I announce the winner. That's it. Team Chael is in, and the Midwest Mafia is in. Now, let me get the fighters in here. Here they come. Mike in Indy is walking out of the dressing room right now through the tunnel and into the arena. He picked his music. Alvin, hit it. Here comes Mike. Surprising choice for the godfather of the Midwest Mafia to walk in with an icon of West Coast rapping. But no surprise that the Tupac track that Mike would select is Ambitions as a Rider. It was Mike's own ambition to make this fight happen. He felt that he got jobbed in the Smackoff. He's got an enormous chip on his shoulder and a mafia at his back. The fight would not be happening today if Mike had not challenged Chael a few weeks back. He made his fight. He called his shot in this fight, and he spent the last 2 weeks talking crazy junk about this fight. He said that Chael is going to be in an ambulance. He called Chael a bitch. He called Chael a hoe. He said that he's in his head. He had talked all kinds of junk. And now the time for talking is over. Mike has his mouth guard. He gets his gloves inspected. He's in the cage, jogging around the octagon. He's there. He's waiting. Now, let's champ, Alvin. Thank you. Chael's walking in with Daryl Singletary's Too Much Fun. The champ's got the same song for this jungle fight as he does for his UFC fights. The leader of Team Chael and the reigning Smackoff champ is surrounded by his entourage, throwing punches, stalking his way towards the cage. Chael has won 27 fights in the UFC, one Smackoff in the jungle. The only one he ever entered. He is unbeaten on these airwaves. He didn't hide behind a perfect record. He accepted Mike's challenge. He has prepared for the fight. I have to think that he's ready for this fight. This is a guy who will be trading punches with Anderson Silva in a couple of weeks. First, he'll be trading smack with Mike in Indy in a couple of minutes. The champ has entered the cage. The Midwest Mafia is spewing hate. It's about to be on. Both fighters, now in the octagon. Now I hand it over to our special guest announcer, the official octagon announcer of the UFC, Bruce Buffer. Bruce, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fight Day in the Jungle. Presented by Premier Radio Networks. 5-Hour Energy is the official energy supplier of the Jungle. Our 5 judges scoring this contest will be Jim Rome, Kyle Brandt, David Whelan, Jason Stewart, and Alvin Delloro. Once the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is the Pimp in the Box, and the only legal services provider worthy of being in the octagon, LegalZoom.com. And now, this is the moment jungle fans around the world have been waiting for. Live on the Jim Rome Show in Southern California. It's time! 2 rounds of one-on-one, no-holds-barred smack. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man holds a Smackoff record of 3 second-place finishes. Fighting out of Indianapolis, Indiana, USA. He is the Midwest Warrior. He represents the Midwest Mafia. Mike in Indy. And now for his opponent. Fighting out of the red corner. This man holds a Smackoff record of 1 appearance, 1 crown, 0 losses. Fighting out of the mean streets of West Bend, Oregon, USA. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning Smackoff champion, Chael Sonnen.
All right, fellas, bring it in. You heard him. I'm the referee. Chael, Mike, I talked to you both in the dressing rooms. You both understand the rules. I want to see a good, clean fight. I probably won't get it, but I want to see a good, clean fight. Obey my orders, protect yourself at all times, touch gloves, go back to your corners. All right, here we go. Chael is ready. Mike is ready. Mike, you go first. Let's get it on. Mike, what's up?
Rome, I'm proud to be a part of the biggest event in radio history, but don't think for a second I'm going to get caught up in the glitz and glamour of this event. I'm here to take care of business. Chael, you've done some pretty stupid things for media attention, but wearing a rooster costume at the U.S. Open, Chael, are you kidding me? I know, that rooster had a Hispanic accent, but the dumbest thing you've done so far, Chael, is agree to step in the ring with me, because the truth is, this fight was over the moment I baited you into it. Because once you have mind control over somebody, like I do over you, the rest is a mere formality. But I'll dance around the ring with you, let the fans get their money's worth, then choke you out whenever the hell I want, just like Silva did. And Chael, what's funny is my Smackoff career is a lot like your UFC career, except you're more prone to lose to a scrub, like that tomato can Jeremy Horn. Not once, but 3 times. This scrub went hat trick on you, Chael. That's the jungle equivalent of me going toe-to-toe with Eddie in Boise and getting trash canned every time. It's ridiculous. The thing about me, though, Chael, is I have the versatility to take your style of fighting, adapt to it, and then beat you with it. Stale takes! Chael, that Kim Kardashian take was so old and brittle it got diagnosed tap out, press star 9 on your telephone keypad, Chael. Star 9 when you realize you can't hang.
All right, Mike and Indy, back to your corner, Mike. It's a 2-round fight. That is the first round. And he landed some shots. He landed some heavy blows. Now, the reigning Smackoff champion, Chael Sonnen. And again, you know the format. He comes in now, and he will start round number 2. Chael, it is great to have you. What's up? How are you? Let it rip.
Yeah, perfect. Just when I was starting to forget why Michelle and India can't win this thing, we get the reminder we needed. Let me just make this as quick and painful as possible. I apologize, Jim, but I assure you after today, you won't have to listen to him crowing about coming in 38 different times in a row. That rant was cute, and I know he spent all month rehearsing that and reading it in front of his doll collection at the tea party. It's smack like that that leaves his father ashamed when he talks to his mother asking, how did that come out of me? I gotta give it an F. No, F plus. Failure plus horrible. Now I want to discuss something that really matters, and little bratty girls can't be present when grown folks pontificate, Michelle. So go watch Dora the Explorer and solve some riddles. Better yet, stick around and record what I'm about to say to you. You'll learn a thing or two. School is in session, and today's word is true. Get your pen and paper, and let's discuss the undisputed, infallible, spun and woven in gold, dipped in angel's blood, and encapsulated in platinum truth. Let's discuss the kind of truth that can only exist on earth through immaculate conception. Let's discuss the type of truth that encourages Nick Diaz to smoke pot on the way to a drug test. No, it's not the kind of truth that caused Manny Pacquiao to pray for Timothy Bradley in the ring on national television after being robbed for his belt. This is the type of truth that tastes like vinegar, bleach, gasoline, and antifreeze all mixed together in one. This is the type of truth that needs medical attention. It provides you that same feeling you got when you walked in on your ex-girlfriend straddling your best friend. By the way, Mike, tell her thanks, but I'm not interested. It provides you with the same feeling that Larry Merchant felt when he was told that his Alzheimer's was inhibiting his ability to form coherent sentences and that Max Kellerman would be conducting interviews from here on out. This is the truth that would cause David Stern to have a brain-depleting, body-ravaging stroke. Can't you picture it? As old Davy Boy does with such taxing grace, he'd be leaving his initials on another cattle-sized controversy with his scalding iron brander, grabbing another folded envelope, pretending he doesn't know what's inside, acting dumbfounded when he crushes the hopes and dreams of another city with top 10 NBA ticket sales, 31 consecutive winning seasons, and a false promise to not whore out the franchise for money. When Kim Kardashian looks up truth in the dictionary, she sees a picture of her own self crossing her fingers behind her back saying yes to Chris Humphrey's marriage proposal. When Snooki looks up truth in the dictionary, she sees the word legal midget. Sorry, I know you're ultra-sensitive and you call midgets little people. That's why you're a loser. Moving on. When President Obama looks up truth in the dictionary, he sees himself publicly supporting gay marriage strategically for the first time just months before he's trying to get reelected. When LeBron James looks up truth in the dictionary, he sees that infamous picture of Michael Jordan with his 6 rings. He sees the word loyalty. He sees the word villain. He sees the phrase, the jury's in on you, and you're an a-hole. However, when you, Mike from Indy, look up truth in the dictionary, you see the fact that I just went an entire round without even acknowledging you or saying your name, and I still came out on top.
Chael, all right. That's round 1. How did you score that at home? His whole point. I went an entire round without acknowledging you, and I still came out on top. On the other hand, you got Mike who acknowledged Chael the entire round. How do you score that? Different styles. What landed? What scored? When we come back, round 2, complete with a ring card girl. And then we go to the scorecards. We're not done. Keep in mind, when we come back, Chael goes first. Mike ends the fight. Then we go to the scorecards. All scoring final. The XR4 Ti is scoring it. If you want to react to what you've heard so far, I may read some of that reaction. Get to it. That's your first round. Fight day here in the jungle. Smackoff champ. Chael Sonnen accepting the challenge. Mike in India repping the Midwest Mafia. Round 2 coming up next.
You're listening to The Jim Rome Show.